Hi, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Don't Let It Stu. It is Wednesday. It's the day after Salt Lake City, so I'm going to get into that. We're going to be talking about farting. It was disgusting. A bit about Brittany, Bronwyn and the husband. There's so much going on. Wife swap. What's going on in Potomac? I have Jenny Blaze here to break it all down with me. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Stu. How are you?
It's been a while. It's been a minute.
It's good to see you.
Yes, to see you too. I've been following all your stuff. All your funny posts.
Oh, thank you.
I know. I wanted to ask you about, are you going to BravoCon this year? I saw something like you said, like me at BravoCon 2025. It was some kind of funny post with like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I had the Kim Kardashian like face cover thing because I don't know. I feel kind of weird going to BravoCon. Like, I'm not used to people recognizing me, and the last two BravoCons they did, and it was like kind of weird for me.
It's so much fun.
You probably get that all the time, though.
I mean, well, the first time, I was with Amy Phillips. So a lot of people knew me through Amy Phillips because the cookbook, because we wrote the cookbook. And so we were there selling the cookbook. I was selling some spices when I shouldn't have been. I kind of like snuck them in and then just kind of sold like 100 spices because you're not allowed to sell food. Technically, it's not really food. It's like spices. It's not going to expire, you know. But they're like demons with like what you can sell, what you can't sell at those like booths.
The Bravo Bazaar?
Yeah.
Is that what
because I think Dorinda wanted to sell like whiskey because like my manager Jason represents her and they were like, no, you can't. So she was just doing tastings. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I bought some of Dorinda's whiskey and
it's good. That Bluestone Manor stuff is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then I went 2 years ago to Vegas. That was the first time in Vegas. It was kind of like
what did you think about Vegas versus New York?
Here's the thing, like, and I don't know if you know this. It was like, it's like I broke up with Jeff like a week prior to that or like a week and a half prior or something like that. And then like my mom fucking died the day of BravoCon. No, like it's just, you can't even write it. Like it was like a double whammy, right? So I wasn't really in the happiest of moods, the whole thing. And then, so I flew out the next day after the Friday, you know, to get home for the wake and the funeral and the whole thing and stuff like that. So it was kind of like, it was weird. So this time it'll be like a lot more fun. You know what I mean? Amy Phillips had her show that night and I was there because we were doing a thing with Warner Brothers and all this kind of stuff. And Amy and I we were pitching a show at the time. And so it was like super important being there and all that stuff. But I liked it though. Like the setup was great. Lots of space to walk around. It never felt crowded. It felt kind of like nicer than the one in New York because it was just like hardwood floors, like convention center. It was just kind of like cold.
Really? Oh my God, I felt the complete opposite with 2022 and 23 because I don't know if you remember, like the tickets were different for 2022. You could have SVIP and that gave you access to the SVIP lounge, which essentially was like
insane.
That was the best.
It was oh my God, because we had talent badges because Amy and I did like a demo on stage and stuff like that with with Caroline Manzo, I think Cynthia Bailey and someone else, I can't remember. And they gave us those, like the talent could just go back there.
Yeah, yeah.
And oh my God, it was so fun, that room was.
So fun. That's where I stayed for the full 3 days during 2022. Place. But then 2023, they didn't have that. And like, they just started streaming the panels on Peacock. And I was like, why am I going to go there if I can watch it on Peacock later? Like, I want more action, you know?
Sure,
so I was just like kind of disappointed that they didn't have that same SVIP room that they had the prior year.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, I get it. Oh, what was I going to say? Shit. I was going to say. Oh, I can't remember. I was going to say something.
BravoCon?
But yeah, that room, like, I did the VIP room the last time in Vegas, and it was fine. Like, it's fine. Like, you know what I mean? But it wasn't that SS one that they had. That was insane.
Yeah, it was nowhere
so much
near
food and drink, and then like the celebrities were just like walking in and out like all the time. It was like it was great.
And then I could eating lunch with them, breakfast and lunch with them.
Yeah.
I handed my serving spoon to Candy Burris in line at the buffet.
I know, it's amazing. I met so many housewives that year. It was actually awesome because they all kind of knew about the cookbook that year in New York and stuff. So, but yes, now since, you know, like obviously since I dated that person, like obviously people know me through him, you know, and then doing this podcast, it's kind of like pushed me out there a bit more. So we'll see. I don't know what this year is going to bring. I get in on Thursday. I'm going to go see Amy Phillips' show on the Thursday. I'll see Heather's show on Friday. And then I am bolting out of there on Saturday.
Oh, you.
I'm not like, no, one day there on a Friday. Like Fridays, I feel like is the best day because it's just everyone's excited. It's like the pretty much day one.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the energy is like great. And then it's just walking around looking at these bizarre stalls and
I know.
things. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
No, it's fun. I have like a crowd phobia. I really don't like being in crowds.
Yeah.
So
it can get a lot sometimes. It really can.
Yeah.
Going on to Potomac here for a second. Any updates on like this Wendy stuff? I mean, I see like she has a response like, through it all, God remains faithful. So like, what does that mean? Does she think she's like not in trouble? Like,
I have no idea, but her and Eddie posted like 10 days after the arrest.
Yeah.
And Eddie posted a picture of his family that seemed like kind of normalish. But then Wendy has like these full glam photos and like just of her. I was like, this feels very tone deaf because that glam, I know, costs money.
Yeah, of course. I mean, where are their money? Where is all the money? Did they get any of this money from like this fraud? They didn't. So like,
they didn't get the money from the fraud? I thought they got a check.
Did they get
for
it? Or they got caught before it was given? So it was given to them and then they got caught after the fact.
Yeah, and then you can see Wendy saying on this season already, I think we're only like 3 episodes in, but she said, Happy Eddie is doing so well. We're making lots of money. And before the arrest, I questioned that because I'm a cannabis advocate. I've looked into the cannabis industry as an entrepreneur, and you don't really make that much money off of selling weed in that way. And it was very confusing to me that she was saying that and she was boasting about it so much. And she's like, let's spend our drug money on renovations. And like, turns out, I don't think that was drug money. I think that was fraud money.
Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah.
So
it's like, does she have kind of like what kind of Tamara has, like with kind of like the gummies?
Yeah, they have like their own weed line. It's called Happy Eddie. And I don't know. I haven't been really following their product that much because I was just like, what is going on? It just all felt off to me from the beginning.
It really does. I mean, they just want to keep up with the Joneses? Like it's crazy to me. I just like, it just makes me sick. Yeah, and you know, their team says they're looking forward to their day in court. But I guess like, is it going to be really easy to prove this? Like it is, right?
There's emails where Eddie specifically sent an email to Wendy saying, what high ticket items can we put on this list because our policy limit is $423,000. Like they were trying to get to the limit. And that's like, I mean, Eddie's a lawyer. How did he become so sloppy? Is this
so crazy? They literally deal with the law and jail and prisons and all that kind of stuff, like being what they do. And you're like, hey, I'm just going to take the risk. They're going to be going to jail. Like there's some way.
Yeah, and
probably
I wonder,
not crazy long time. Like what, a year or two?
Well, what's his name? McBee, Steve McBee Sr. just got sentenced to 2 years for $4 million in fraud. So if we were to like take the punishment and the crime and just give that same formula to Wendy and Eddie, they'd only be in jail for like 3 months. But I feel like that's not going to happen, which is I don't even know how to think about this. Like, it's so nuts. Because I want to know, like, when they came up with this plan, were they like, listen, there is a chance we can get caught, but maybe we're okay with that because we'll go to jail for a couple months. We'll still have the show and money from the show. Like, what was their thought process? Because like, I can't believe that these two intelligent parents really thought like, oh, we'll just commit this fraud and nothing will happen. Like, that's insane to me.
The crazy thing is buying the stuff at the stores and then getting the receipts and submitting those receipts and then returning the items. Like, that's fucking crazy to me.
Or being photoed. with the items
with
that
the
she
stuff
claimed
on.
were
No,
stolen.
like you cannot bring that stuff out into the open. You have to let a few years go by. Like, or something,
At
like, you know what I mean?
least.
You, at least, I was like, wow, just the balls of it. Like, the gall.
Audacity. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
wild.
All right, let's get into Salt Lake City. Another brilliant episode. I mean, it's just, this show just keeps giving us like just fantastic characters, great conversations, and lack of accountability on many people's parts, I see. So we start off with like, you know, Heather and Angie, like they're on the phone and like they're just, you know, just talking about like what's next, and there's nothing really there. And then we go to like Bronwyn and the husband, which I'm just like, this woman just is just being bullied left, right, and center. Like from her mom now to her husband. I was watching it at the gym this morning, and like I was on the Stairmaster, like watching it, and I just wanted to like punch through my phone when he ate that cherry. Like
that was a message.
Trigger.
Right?
That was like, he doesn't fucking respect her. I'm like, that is someone that like you say like, hey, this is going to hurt me. Please don't do this. And then they do it anyway, and they weaponize it against you. Very, very familiar to me, that kind of treatment. But it's like, I just was like, you're a fucking asshole. I know you don't want to be here. I know you don't want to be talking on camera with her, and you hate all the fucking women, and you hate the drama. And it's like, you know that. Like, just give her thing. Just let her do her thing. Let her get a bit famous. Let her, like, wear crazy outfits, be on TV, be on Bravo, and just have fun with that. And she's making some money. She's probably making decent money now. What, this is season, 3 with her?
2.
It's
but I
2,
wonder, because you know how later in the episode they're talking about Bronwyn's criminal history?
Yes.
So I hate being involved in this, but like, I interviewed.
Oh my God, tell me.
I interviewed the person who found that criminal history, and it was not Lisa Barlow. It was a dermatologist on Twitter who tweets about housewives for fun
all the time.
He ran a background check, and that's when the criminal history came up. So then he was posting about it. This was during the time that Bronwyn was bringing up all of Lisa's legal issues.
Yes.
In real time. He was posting the receipts. She saw them. She didn't like do anything though. And then she proceeds to harass Lisa about her lawsuits. Meanwhile, like the tweets and the receipts were out there, but it wasn't amplified to the point where like, the whole audience knows. So I interviewed him.
Was it? Yeah.
I interviewed him because on Halloween last year, Bronwyn attacked me on Twitter. So, and there was a smear campaign going on from October till April. I don't know what happened after April because I stopped paying attention, but for months they were defaming me. They were defaming my minor children.
Oh God.
The minor child.
What the fuck?
And all over Bronwyn, I was like, what? I didn't even do anything to her.
It's like literally it's out there and you're just talking about it. You're like, hey, look at this. Like, this is kind of crazy, blah, 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 blah. Like everybody does.
They claim that I like broke into Bravo headquarters and stole footage or something. I was like, what? Yeah. That actually sounds kind of cool. Like, how would I even go about doing that? I wish I knew how to do that. But so yeah, I interviewed him, and what he found is all legitimate. It's identity theft, fraud. I think grand larceny was one of them. But
what's grand larceny again? Like,
it's when you steal something that's like a lot of money.
Okay.
So larceny is like if you steal something. I think grand larceny is if it's over a certain amount of money.
So, God, these fucking women, I swear, like, it's just Jen Shaw. Like, I see it, and I know it's a prediction, like, like Heather McDonald does. Prediction. Something's going to happen with Lisa Barlow. Like, something's happening there. Yeah, I do.
I don't know. Well, we'll see.
Do you think, like, legitimately they have all this money and all this stuff, and it's like, I feel like she's on the verge of just breaking down. I feel like she's like holding something back. Every time I see her, it's like, And I just feel like, thou protest too much. Like, look at me, like all these boards, all these lawsuits, dismiss. It's like, when it's so big and loud like that, you're trying to defend yourself, where it's like, I feel like you're hiding something. I don't know.
I get that. I don't sense that from Lisa, though. I feel like she just is very proud of her life and who she is. And it does feel like, it feels like when we're watching Salt Lake City every season, it feels like they're constantly attacking Lisa. Like, what does Lisa have to do with a lot of these things? Look at last season with Bronwyn, circling back to Bronwyn. Remember when Brittany said, like, you're a bitch or something like that on the boat?
Yeah.
And the first thing Bronwyn did was she points at Lisa. She's like, Lisa, you're not going to do anything? Like, what the fuck? That is insane. That is insane to me. But, like, I don't know. Bronwyn, I don't understand the obsession with Lisa. Going back to Todd, though, I think that he never wanted her to go on this show because they knew about the criminal history. They knew that it could impact his livelihood. And he, like, maybe her letting, I don't like to say letting because he shouldn't be controlling her, but like him being okay with her going on the show was a risk for him. And like, look what happened. And now she's still trying to go on the trip. Even after this happened, it just feels like I couldn't help but side with him when he's saying, like, why do you even care about these women? Like, why are you going to go? This is like nonsense.
It's like, Todd, shut up. Like, it's housewives. Like, like, I know, like, oh, why do you care about them? But like, I kind of have to because I have to go on the trip. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just like, stop calling out the obvious. Like, they all probably feel like that, and I'm sure when they're stopped filming, a lot of them don't see each other, and I just was like, shut up, Todd. She's going on the trip.
Well, I think she's trying to escape him. I've been saying this since last season. Because, like, why else would this woman who has this husband she loves so much, he gives her everything she wants financially, why does she need this show? Why does she want to be on it so bad?
Maybe it is an escape tactic. Maybe. I don't know. But I feel like she likes to be around, like, I don't want to say the word abusive people, but like people are just like, he's just
normalized
like,
for her.
it's like, it's like from her mom. Then you kind of, she's kind of like married her mom in a way, and like, just because it feels, and,
it's normal
like
for her.
the kind of the chaos and the trauma and like the back and forth, like it feels comfortable because you had that as a child and that felt normal. So it's like you're comfortable in maybe him not telling her she's great and like she has to work hard at it and she has to love harder and it just feels very like that. But he's never going to change. He's always going to treat her like that. You can't, it's like she just has to tolerate it or just not tell him as much.
It just seems like they're definitely on different pages.
Yeah, it really is. Then we go to Lisa and Heather and
oh my Heather's God, like when did Heather Gay grow balls?
This is the thing. Like, I'm so, like, she was kind of annoying me at the beginning. She seems to be like, like Switzerland in the middle of everybody. And I'm like, come on, like, just start fighting with somebody, please, So I feel like now it's going to start happening. But like, this is the thing that drives me crazy about Lisa Barlow. Like, they're going on the yacht, they're going to these islands or whatever it is. She's like, oh, it's 3 days. Usually I'm used to 7 to 10, but it's fine. We'll do 3. And it's like, you're fucking annoying. Like, just like,
see,
you know what I mean?
I find that to be funny. Like, I used to hate that too, but now I've switched.
Here's the thing. It is funny if I thought it was a joke. She truly believes that shit, though. That's where it comes up a bit like... I think
that's funny, that she truly believes... Like, that's not annoying to me. I find that entertaining. I'm like, oh my God, you're silly. Like, I don't know. It like rolls off my back.
I think it's that like falsehood of like, look at me, look what I have all this stuff. And I feel like she doesn't have any of that fucking stuff. That's just what I think.
No.
I just think she's so loud about it. I think that's my problem. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I hope she's not.
So.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
I love Lisa Barlow.
So then she sits down. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. It goes to Lisa, and Lisa's there with her husband, right? And they're sitting down. She talks about the tarot reader, and the tarot reader said like, you guys are having communications issues, and and then he says like, well, you kind of don't want to hear what I have to say. I can see that with her. She's I feel like very self-involved. It's like anytime people like say like, hey, you did this or that hurt me, she's immediately on the defensive.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to get an apology out of her. It's just, I don't know. Is it like a bit of
You're not
narcissism? I don't
wrong.
know.
No,
It's,
I agree with you on that one. You could tell like John definitely takes a step back, and
yeah.
you could see that. It's very obvious, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like for me, maybe because I love them so much, like I ship the Barlows forever. I don't
Yeah.
ever want them to break up. I feel like maybe sometimes in relationships that yin and yang works, like where one person is like, they need more, they're more loud or whatever, and the other person is like kind of, softer and quieter, and like that kind of works for them, because you can't have like two loud people in a relationship,
No,
right?
no, no. Maybe she feels like she's doing everything. And she says like she works, she keeps the house, she's the businesses and this and the other. Maybe she's overwhelmed and she doesn't feel appreciated by him. Like, I don't know. It's just looking at her the way she is with the other girls in finding it very hard, like to not see what she's doing wrong. Like, she goes as low as the fucking rest of them. And she's like, I didn't do anything wrong. Heather, please tell me what I did wrong. I'm like, girl, like, play the tape.
You know what's interesting about that scene, and I know you didn't watch Wife Swap, but Angie was saying the same exact thing that Lisa Barlow was saying, that she feels like she's constantly working on the house, keeping the house clean. And like on the show, Wife Swap, they showed, I don't know if you're familiar with the format of the show, but they have them switch and they have to follow the rules in their environment first. And then the next day they do their own rules and how they do things. So the first day, this woman she lives off the grid, doesn't even have running water in her house. Okay. And they're 4 miles away from their nearest neighbor. They have a compost toilet. Like, this is that kind of life they're living.
That's the kind of house that Angie's in? Angie's in that type of house. Okay,
Angie switched for that. And so Angie was like, well, the other wife, she goes into Angie's house, and Angie's husband, Sean, and Electra, her daughter, they're on the couch while the new wife has to like clean up. Like, they're just sitting there. She's like, why do I have to clean up? This place is already clean.
Yeah.
And like, I wonder, like, why doesn't she spend time with her family? After she's vacuuming, she goes and is cleaning every single one of her sunglasses. And I'm like, Angie K does not do this every day. I hope. Like, that is just way too much. But maybe that's like how they are, they're very.
That's what he told her. That's like, oh yeah, she does all these things. She cleans and all that. So she's like, has to do it.
I don't know, but maybe like it was interesting because I didn't know that about Angie when I watched Wife Swap. I didn't know she was that type A. Like, you could see she's always put together, and she always looks nice.
The house looks clean, like lovely.
Yeah, but like I didn't know it was to that extent where she literally looks like she's burning herself out every single day just to keep up appearances. And I'm like, that looks exhausting to me. So I found that interesting.
It's funny. I saw kind of a confessional image, like she's no makeup on. Like, it's very kind of just plain.
That's no, I
great.
love
That's good to see. Yeah, I love to see that.
I loved it. And that actually, I really enjoyed Wife Swap. I cried a little bit.
I can't want to. I'm going to watch it like tonight. I'm going to watch it on the flight tonight. And I'll tell everybody where I'm going later. We're going to be doing the episode from somewhere else on Friday. So then we get to Angie and Mary, and it's just so funny. She's like, I brought you one of these cans. There's sugar in it. She's like, that is like 7 cups of sugar. Like, you shouldn't even be drinking that yourself. Like, just like out the door, I'm like laughing already. Mary confronts her like, you're not my sister. She's like, I am your sister. She's like, go find another one. And she's like, you get caught up in this shit. Like, it's not that deep, this and the other. And Angie's kind of the same as Lisa, like, I'm just answering back. It's like, no, they do dusty product and like it's the dusty salon, talking of the kids. Like, they're doing it. But you know what it is? It's really just fun, comical, nonsense stuff. It is. Petty. It's nothing too deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the throwing of the credit cards was just unbelievable last week. And then we get into like, I think the best scene, and I don't know why I haven't seen more of this on social.
Not Brittany?
You met me. No, when Mary says you made fun of me when I farted, I fucking dead. Like, I lost it. Then she's like, I don't know why I'm farting. And then Mary says that, and then she's like, first of all, the dog farted. Maybe that is Mary, and your dog farts. Like, maybe it is Mary and your dog farts. It's my farts don't come out like that. I eat healthy. It
She
just
was
kept
like
going. They just
yeah,
kept
she
saying
was
the word farts.
yeah,
Oh my God.
Mary put in so much logic and thought into her explanation and rationale behind like how dare Angie talk about her farts. I love that scene.
It's so amazing. And then like this through me. She's like, and you don't know if and she doesn't know if you've smelled my fart before. She's like, yes, I have acknowledged your farts. It's unbelievable. I just was like,
I know.
this is
I
like
love them.
this. I'm gonna watch that scene again. It is so fucking funny.
That's so good.
Anyway, they make up and all that kind of stuff. And I do truly believe, again, I was kind of like not teary-eyed, but I was kind of like sad because I just feel like Mary's like, she chooses, like, if I love you, I'm fucking all in with you.
Yeah.
And I think like, really, I hope Angie listens to that because like, believe her. Like, and I do believe Mary, like, I feel like she would be like, have your back over anything, you know? And so Angie needs to stop fucking around with Mary. Just like, be like, she's going to be like my glue for the whole season. I'm not going to piss her off anymore. If I'm mad, just go to somebody else. Like, don't go to Mary.
I would be scared that Mary would send Jesus after me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would never want to be on Mary's bad side.
And she's good. She's very smart as well. I think Mary is the way she sees things. She's like, you know, it's not that deep. Like, why are you getting yourself into the mud with it? And just kind of look at all you have around you and be thankful and all that kind of stuff. So, that'll be good. And then, so we go to Heather and Lisa and they're at the store. She's like, can I bring glam? She's like, no, you can't. It's a yacht. Like, you're not bringing glam, you know. The girls can do your hair and makeup.
I didn't understand that because they have that preference sheet section or whatever or scene. And they're like, you can have whatever you want. Like, then why can't they ask for glam?
I know. I think it's just too many people on the boat, right? There's only a certain amount of space. Then if they had like 7 glam teams on there?
Yeah, it'd be a lot.
It would be a lot.
But I mean, but still, why can't she ask for it? Maybe they say they can't, but Heather was like, no, you absolutely cannot. Like,
and then cuts to her like, I bring glam to Saint-Tropez, I bring glam to Cannes. I'm like, here we go again. Girl, did I tell you that I said like on another podcast I was doing with somebody else, and I said like, look, just the way she is in the car, she seems really worried. I'm like, I see kind of bankruptcy kind of shit. So anyway, like, so Hurrdat, they cut that clip and they posted it out, and she responded, absolutely not.
Oh, she responded?
She like commented, I believe, and I just was like, I'm just literally taking from like,
what you see,
the way you are on screen. I just feel like something bad is behind the scenes, and I don't know, like whatever, you know. I hope not, of course. And then, you know, Heather's like, well, if she's a bitch, you're a bitch. You're a mean bitch.
I was shocked. I was actually proud of her too. I don't even like Heather Gay, but like I was kind of proud of her in that moment. And I love Lisa Barlow. So like that was a weird feeling for me to be like, oh my God, I'm kind of proud of Heather for saying that, because that's something I've never seen Heather Gay do in all of Housewives that she's
And I think like Heather understands like Angie and Lisa and the deflection and the lack of responsibility, the lack of accountability. I did nothing wrong. I'm just, you know, it's like that. And it's like, no, look at yourself in the mirror and see. And it's funny, like when you have a type of person like Lisa and you start to call them out, it's like like knowing full well what you did. And we all saw it. She cannot see any wrongdoing. Those people, it's like, it's really sad because you just will bend over backwards to try and like get them to understand. They'll never understand because they don't want to understand, and they don't want to see themselves like, they don't want to break that. Like, what is it kind of like their ego? They want to just see it's always perfect. I'm always nice. I'm always great. I'm always, you know what I mean? And that's what I feel like I see with Lisa, and nobody can break through.
Yeah, I don't, and see, that's the thing where like in the beginning, season 1, I did not like Lisa Barlow. It took me a long time to like her, but then when I liked her, I like love her.
Yeah.
And same with Meredith. I didn't like Meredith in the beginning, but now I love her. And the things that used to irritate me, like what you're saying, how she can never just like say, okay, maybe I was wrong. Like that stuff used to irritate me, but now it kind of like, I find it endearing in a weird way. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's, you know, typical Lisa. And for some reason, like for me personally, when I have accepted that somebody is the way that they are and they're never going to change, like I am able to set my expectations accordingly. Because like if I were to ever interact with Lisa on that level where we're having arguments or whatever, I would never expect her to own up to her part in
you know
it.
what you're getting. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just be like, okay, this is
you have
not
to stop
even
trying eventually because you're just not getting anywhere, and then you're just hurting yourself. And it's like, you know what? This is not my responsibility to try and fix your behavior. It's not.
It feels like Bronwyn, Heather sometimes, Angie sometimes, Whitney definitely, but I feel like those women haven't accepted Lisa for who she is, and that's why they get so butthurt because they're like, why won't you just listen?
Yeah,
and it's like, why are you trying to force her? Like, you know who she is. We're 6 seasons in.
It's like you said, the sky's blue, she sees black, and you're just not going to change her. Like,
I'm okay with Lisa being delusional.
But if you know what you're getting, and you know that's what it is, and it's like it is frustrating sometimes to watch, but like as long as you know it, like it's all right, you know. We go to Brittany and the daughter Liv. I was like flabbergasted by this conversation.
I stand Olivia. Olivia is such a baddie. Like, she is mother.
Like,
I fucking love her. She literally came in there so composed, so put together, had all her points ready to go, and gave it to Brittany right there on camera. Her first scene ever. I have chills right now. Like, I applaud Olivia. That was amazing. And heartbreaking, obviously.
Yeah, it was hard because like she was like, but like the way she spoke to Brittany, like it was very like, it was like she was giving her therapy. Like, just like, you know, well, you can't blame me. This is not my fault because you won't love me. And then she's like, I just want you to hang out with me. I just want you. And then Brittany's like, I like the easy way out. I don't know how to do that. Like, you fucking, no. You just schedule 1 or 2 times a week to hang out with your daughter. Go to the movies. Take her out for dinner. It's fucking easy. That's all she wants.
I know.
Like,
and you know. It's actually, it kind of makes me mad that she said that because it's such a cop-out.
It's such a cop-out. She's like a fucking daughter,
it's
dude.
Like, this is exactly what is hurting me, is that you don't even know how to get to know me. Like, I'm your daughter. How is that possible? Oh my gosh.
She was saying like, well, you guys are not even around and stuff like that. I loved that she clocked her though so many times.
She did. Yeah, she really did. And I think it was much needed. We kind of needed that.
Yeah. It's, oh my God. Then we go to Heather and Meredith. They're driving their car and they get out. And Meredith's like, it does a fucking laugh as she gets out. And then she's like, I chipped a tooth on the candy, and then I hit my foot off the bath and like the shower and this and the other. And she's like, she's like, is your toe purple? She's like, why are you wearing those boots? She's like, my legs are conditioned to be in heels, so it's easier.
Oh, I love that.
Like, what?
I love Meredith so much.
That's like, I love Meredith. Like, I think she's great, and I think she's trying to avoid conflict so far in this season. She doesn't really want to get into it. The first time we saw her screaming was about the kids, like, not the kids, guys, not the kids, or whatever. But like, you know, Heather's like, I think Lisa did go after you, and she did try and dig up shit on you, and she's done it before. And so, see, Meredith doesn't want to go there with Lisa.
Yeah.
She knows it's a losing battle.
I think Meredith is kind of like me, like where she accepts Lisa for who she is. She's like, why are we doing this? And I like Meredith's role in this group because she doesn't like to get into it, but like if she needs to, she will. And that's when like Big Mare comes out, and I love it. I love it.
And then you have Heather again, like it kind of to Meredith going like, oh, Meredith, she did it. You know, she did. Like, it was really kind of like stop. Like, stop trying to gaslight yourself, you know?
Heather's going after Lisa. I find it to be very bizarre considering
that's what we're going to get.
She put so much time and effort into trying to be Lisa's friend. She finally got there, and then it was all to just try to take her down.
But the thing with it is, nothing's going on with Heather this season. So she has to bring it up. And I'm sure producers might have said, like, you're just skimming by. Like, you're usually a main character on this show. Like, so I feel like there could be a bit of that now. Like she's kind of coming up in the ranks now. So maybe we'll be talking about Lisa. So there'll be the Heather-Lisa fight for sure. Absolutely, there will be. Because Meredith will go to Lisa and be like, yeah, Heather said that you did do it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Well, I think we saw that in the scenes for the next episode. Heather and Lisa get into it on the charter yacht, where I think they're all accusing Lisa of leaking the Bronwyn stuff, which is simply not true. And I know this for a fact.
Jenny Place, you heard it here first. A dermatologist. Go listen to her interview.
He is a very intelligent dermatologist.
Then they go to like the wish list and they start writing all that shit out. It's so funny, like Angie's just writing like what Mary says. Like Mary doesn't even want to write it down. She's like, you do it for me. I love
Mary for that.
Yeah, she's the best. Then it like, kind of pulls away, and then I'm like, why is fucking Bronwyn? Why are we getting another scene with the husband?
Because of what happened.
And then what happened? And then it's like, okay, here's the stuff that's coming up. And he's like, you shouldn't go on this trip. I'm like, shut up. Like, she's going on the trip. She has to. We need drama. But you know what he said, which is really like, I don't know, but it's kind of like funny dig. Or it's kind of really like just mean. It was like, I wouldn't piss in her brain if it was on fire. I was like, are you okay? Like, that's a bit like, it's a bit harsh for a man to say about a woman.
Yeah.
It's
very, what's the word? It's like, he's just like in deep old school misogyny.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even faze him. That rolls off his tongue like it's nothing.
No, for sure. For sure. No, I absolutely, totally. And you see it the way he treats her. It's like she doesn't have a voice in a way.
It feels very much like a father-daughter relationship.
Yeah. And there's an ice cream. He takes her cherry. That's disgusting. Like that metaphor cream. There.
I was like fuck.
I know. Anyway, that's the roundup with Salt Lake City. On to the next thing. So Britney Spears' ex, Kevin Federline, the book sales is a bust. It opens at a lowly number, 1,126 on Amazon after, even our book, Amy Phillips's book, did better than that.
1,000 is bad for 1,126.
Low, it's a low number.
Oh my God, that is so delicious to hear. I did not know that.
Well, because the Britney fans will go against him. They'll probably blame him for her downfall, maybe a part of it, to start that going. It kind of started from Kevin, and then it started to kind of go downhill, didn't it?
Yeah.
He was the first one where, because I remember, I did, because I remember going to see her at the Onyx Hotel tour in Dublin. And I remember Kevin Federline was over there in Dublin at the time, because I remember seeing on the news, because I loved Britney, she was like number one for me. And I remember he apparently proposed to her on the plane back from Ireland. So I saw the Onyx Hotel tour, and that was fucking incredible. Like, she was like, boom, like it was like old school Britney dancing craziness.
Oh my God, like peak Britney.
Remember she had the red suit on. She comes down the steps at the very end, and she's me against the music. It's like, it's amazing. I was on crutches at the time. It was just before I moved to America. And, so I feel like there's just a lot of hate towards him. He had the kids. Now, look, she doesn't look like she's that healthy right now with just stuff that's going on around her. So maybe the kids being with him was probably the best thing. But
I think that was because of the situation that she was put in by all the people around her, like her mother, her father, and like all the drugs they were putting her on. And they really
she says she's brain damaged now.
I believe it. I mean, we see it in those videos. She's not well.
What if you had an ex that wrote a book about you, like a tell-all book, would you respond, or you just let karma handle it?
Oh, that's actually, you know what? I don't know what I would do. If I was Britney Spears, I would be talking all day as much as I could. I'd be like, then this happened, within reasonable legal limitations.
I think it all depends on what's said about you, like a lot of things were said about me on that other radio show that we shall not name. But like sometimes I'm just like, I just laugh at it. I just think it's funny. And it's like, there's no point responding to like stuff.
Yeah, I guess like
I respond to truths and not lies. Because I feel like when you're trying to
yeah,
respond to lies, you're trying to dig yourself out of a hole, and it's
yeah.
like, you
It
know what I
looks
mean?
like
It's
you're
like it's so
guilty.
it so does, and it's just like I'm not going to address something that's just not true about me. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just like because you're literally like you're trying to convince people that you don't even fucking know. It's
Yeah, I
like,
know.
you know what I mean? It's like insane.
Yeah, that's actually I totally ignored the smear campaign about me that
Mhm.
Bronwyn started
Yeah.
because I was like, this is kind of scary how obsessed they are
Mm.
with me, and like I'm flattered
Yeah.
that Bronwyn spent money to do this on me.
Yeah,
But
flattering. That's the way I see it. I'm like, he talks about me. I'm like, that's lovely. I'm
yeah.
flattered.
Yeah, exactly. I am
Yeah.
flattered. I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna read it or respond to it because first of all, it's Reddit. It's like the least credible
Yeah,
social
it's
media
you can say anything on
platform.
there. Yeah, I
Yeah,
see the
and it's
craziest shit on there.
it's ran by anonymous users, so there's no credibility there.
Thank God. No. Oh God, I have nothing really else. I need to watch Wife Swap. So you say it's good so far, so I'm going to watch it
I
tonight.
loved it. Yeah.
So I can talk
Oh,
about that too. What
wait,
else?
can I
What?
say something about Wife Swap?
Yeah.
So after Wendy and Eddie got arrested, Bravo made an
Hmm.
announcement saying they were going to pull the Wife Swap
I
episode
remember
with
that.
Wendy. It was supposed to be the premiere last week. They pulled it. Since then, they said they're going to air it at a later date. So we are going to get to see it.
Yeah, I mean, like she shot it when just whatever you shot it, just to air it. You know what I mean? Do you ever think we'll ever see that girls' trip with the Caroline Manzo and of it all and all that stuff?
You know what?
I
I
don't
kind of
know.
hope they release it like 20 years later. Like, so, so
Well,
that
I
it's
mean,
like so far in the past that we can only watch it as entertainment versus like
sure. Yeah.
having this conflict. Like, I want to see it someday, but maybe it's too soon.
Um, I don't even know what's going on with that case. Like, is that over? Is that
I
closed?
have
Like,
no
did Caroline
idea.
Manzo? I don't know. I need to look it up. I have no idea what's happening with that. Um, Jenny, please tell everybody where they can find you on this lovely Wednesday.
Sure. I'm on social media pretty much everywhere. Bravo and Blaze. My YouTube is Jenny Blaze, and my podcast is available wherever you get your podcasts. It's Bravo and Blaze with Jenny Blaze.
And we're on the same network, so go follow her, please, and give her a listen. And on Friday, everybody, I will be doing the podcast with Zach Peter from Tulum.
Wait, is
I'm
Zach
going
going to be with you?
No. He's not. He's
Oh,
going to be
okay.
here in LA. I'm doing it at a hotel in Tulum. And like it's kind of like an influencer trip. Like, you know, it's all kind of everything's paid for and stuff. So it'd be super fun. So we're going to do the podcast from there. And I know I'll be posting from there. Like weekend trip to Tulum.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Post
Be
all the
fun.
pictures.
And thanks so much for listening, everybody. And I'll see you back here on Friday. Bye.